aka GK Fralin. Call me Glenda, please. Tonight we are reporting that we have a letter from Robbin to COPD. I'm going to read that later, and I think I'm going to read one that I wrote to depression. I think I'll read that one. Anyway, and we have others coming up with all kinds of ideas. I don't know how many of them will get into this, but it depends on how many have replied online. And I am going to go there and make a double check. I will be back. Dear COPD, this is not a love letter. It is not a letter of gratitude. I hate you even though it is my fault I have you. You have stolen the most important things in my life. To be the best grandma to my grandkids. They know I love them, but because of you, I can't take them on camping and hiking, all the things I wanted to do. My life with my husband is not how I planned. We both loved going to wineries and wine festivals and being very active. Now, I have a different life. And to live, the hardest thing to do is let go of the person you were before COPD. And still finding things that make you happy and not feel so dependent. I was the one to take care of everyone. Being a CNA, it came naturally. If I could wave a magic wand, I would change you COPD back to CNA. Shazam! The reason I use the birds for Robbin's letter to COPD is not only do birds represent air, but you watch the formation that those birds took. It looked so much like a resemblance of the way air goes into the lungs and goes out of the lungs, and their formation as they flew. It just reminded me of inhaling and exhaling. So I felt it very appropriate for a Robbin's letter to COPD. And I agree with that letter because I have it too. And I know several others do. I know Carla has also, she made a comment to Robbin that she feels the same way. It's just, but we're doing this so that we can get rid of some of that negative stuff that we're carrying on our backs. And so hopefully it helps at least a little bit at least. It doesn't always cure the problem, but as far as the weight on our back that we carry because of it, but it certainly might help just spew a little and get some of that off of there. Okay, I have one I want to read on depression that I wrote. Dear Depression, I've come away smiling from your all-encompassing darkness before. I won't go back easily. You see, I've gained a lot of positive friends and a purpose to help them as well as myself to stay positive. I know you're there waiting, and I know you'll grab me if you can. I will put up a fight by waiting you out, and I'll get positive feedback from my friends and the things I've learned about faith and caring. You see, when I'm caring about others, I'm not caring as much about you, Depression. From now on, I'll call you Horace, because I can kill Horace off in one of my books. If I want to. I have humor, which helps me laugh daily. Even if you encroach on my mood for a little while, you won't dally for long, for I have medications to correct the chemical imbalance. I don't hit the elation as high as I used to, but that's okay. I feel good, and you hindered me much too much to want to go back. World, let me introduce you to Horace, who is worthy of your disgust. Yeah, that was Horace, the big black boy. Vacuum sucks the life right out of you. Not if I can help it. Say goodbye to Horace. Hi. Oh, I hope you understand what this has been about. And I hope we can do more of these. If you have a loved one with an illness and you'd like to write a letter to their illness, go right on ahead and I will. I'll put it online. I'll read it. If you want me to, I'll read it. Because this is something we can do any day of the week. I mean, I don't have to have a special occasion to read a letter to a disease or to a disability or to arthritic pain or whatever it is that consumes so much of you or your time. Because believe me, depression, COPD, those things are consuming. Diabetes, that's consuming. Because it requires your attention. The one thing about depression is it does not require my attention. It'll just take me on, whether I want it to or not. But, well, I do have to give it a certain amount of permission. But it's not like a person goes into a depression on purpose, please believe me. And it's not just some destigmatize it, guys, really. You know, I like to laugh a little at the name I give my depression that consumed me for so long. And I liked saying goodbye. But, you know, there's a lot of people dealing with this stuff, and I don't want to belittle that at all because it's not good. It is a chemical imbalance in the brain, and it's medical. And that's the part that's hard for people to accept, is that those things are medical. And they can be treated medically. So, you know, don't be so judgy. Not that you are. I'm just saying for those who are. Anyway, this has been a day of being happy that we don't have happy that we don't have to give in and let these diseases keep our happiness away. But it's also Memorial Day. And you know what? This is a day we remember all those who've died in service to our country or who have been in service to our country and later passed away. It used to be called Decoration Day because they go out and they decorate the veterans or the people who've died. They decorate their graves with flags. And those flags have a significant meaning to a lot of us. To me, for one. If you burn my flag, I'm going to have a few nasty words to say to you because That represents a country that I love, that my family has fought for. My nephews, my dad, they've been out there. And yeah, my dad wasn't exactly in but they're still alive, and thank goodness. But hey, go and say hi and happy, and thank them before you have to decorate their grave. You know, we don't have to wait till someone's gone to remember them, do we? I mean, yeah, it's got that special, memorable quality, but you know what I mean. Anyway, no drudgery, no downtrodden faces. It's also a day to celebrate life. The life and the freedom that these men, women have brought to us and help us to continue to have, and that our flag waves over. If you ever listen to the words of the Star-Spangled Banner, and you'll know why Francis Scott Key wrote that poem, and later it was put to music. Anyway, the flag still stands in spite of all of your trying to destroy it. The flag still stands. Happy Memorial Day. And I love you. I care about you. Write a letter to your disease, and I'll read it, and I'll give it all of the kind of attention that it needs. Good, bad, however you want it. Not nasty words. I mean, not foul words. Put it that way. I will not curse at your disease. Anyway, darn it. Oh, hasta mañana.